Jenny. How's it going?
Oh, just busy as can be.
Yep, I hear ya. So we're
Yeah.
doing just audio for this mini ep because I don't want to do my hair and put on makeup. That's the only reason. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and ditto. Plus, this is a last minute newsy kind of mini ep, and we wanted to get it to you as fast as possible. So,
Yeah. So today is June 16th. If you're listening, it is on or after June 17th, 2026, which is tomorrow. This is
happy
season 8.
Bloomsday.
Happy Bloomsday. Yes. Oh my gosh. I made a post about that.
I know.
So this is season 8, episode, I don't know, the one after the last one.
Yeah, 22 or 3-ish, something
Something
like
in
that.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bono was in New York last weekend for 2 reasons: to present Bruce Springsteen with the Harry Belafonte Social Justice Award, and then he was off to see Guggie's eponymous documentary at the Tribeca Film Festival. I have 2 additions to that, so my opinions on that. So if you look at any of these videos, it's insane. There were so many crazy fans and or autograph hounds just crowding in on Bono when he was outside, and it was so scary. Weren't you scared when you saw that?
There was when he came out of the Bruce thing and he went over to some folks, Brian, his security literally, y'all can't see me. He literally put his back to the crowd and put his arms out like he was a rail, and you could hear him saying like, "Don't crowd, don't crowd." And then there was another security guy helping Bono kind of walk down the line as Brian was holding people back, but it was all these people with albums and stuff, which are usually autograph hounds.
Yeah,
And it
we know
was
that firsthand.
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
So
I mean, I felt very uneasy about that.
yeah.
And it was scary to watch. Anyway, I've been to many such situations, and I've never seen madness like this. Do you agree with that?
Not like that, and they're like, wasn't a like, I don't know, I just have to trust that he and Brian know what they're doing,
Yeah, absolutely.
and this other security person that was with him who I was unfamiliar with, but yeah, it just seems like everything's just stepped up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So I would just like to remind anyone who waits for Bono anywhere. I mean, we all do it, but
Right.
so Bono's not obligated to stop for fans, and most people in his social status would not be as generous with their time. So just keep him safe, please. And I'm reminded of the lyric from Landlady, which is every soul that left me, every heart that kept me, the strangers that protect me to bring me back to you. So speaking of that, the Landlady, my god,
Yes.
Allie Hewson looked so amazing. Like, oh my god.
I mean, her hair is you can only dream of such gorgeous color and gorgeous hair.
Yeah. Yep. Amazing.
She looked
And I
amazing.
I actually very regularly take a note from her style book. Like, I've been doing that for a very long time. And over the years, like, I'll get my hair short and then she gets her hair short. And anyway, usually I learn that what works on her also works on me. And I want my
Yeah.
hair like that so bad, but I'm all gray and I can't afford to get my hair done like every 2 weeks like that.
The root maintenance would be a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all I have.
So, yes. But it was lovely to see them. It's always lovely to see them together and
Yeah,
to see Bono
absolutely.
with Googie and just, knowing their friendship. And of course, talked more about it in the movie, which we haven't seen. Was great. Oh. So there's a lot of, movement on social media about this, as well as the documentary about Andy Rowan, Googie's brother, Bad, the Song That Saved My Life. It's all over Instagram and social media just the last few days. So we reached out to our community to see if people had been at the Bruce Springsteen event and at the Googie event. And so many of you reached out and said, "Why was there? I'm happy to send something in." We took the first two of you. So thank you to PJ from Achtoon Baby, who you'll be hearing from in a minute, who was at the Tribeca Film Festival. And thank you to Kristen, who reached out, who actually took her daughter to see the Bruce and
Oh,
event I was at. So we're going to play some voice memos from both of them. And we just really appreciate you taking the time to send in such quality notes. So thank you.
thank you so much.
I did also want to mention Tamara over in London. Tamara, if you you're a classy lady, it's probably Tamara or something, some lovely non-American enunciation of that. So I apologize. But she reached out this morning and said, I hope you both find a way to watch the song that changed my life on RTE. It was so good and heartbreaking. And it seems that Guck, who is Andy Rowan, that's his Guggi and Bono name, also has the Rock Hall in 2009 to thank too. Also, for saving his life. Were you working there then, Jenny? And the truth is, yeah. And Hillary and I actually have a little story about that. I, being at the Rock Hall, was unaware that he was there, but he does mention seeing the bad lyrics there. But he was then at the Pittsburgh 360 show where Bono dedicated Bad to him. And we were at that. And that was a really, really touching moment. So to know that that was kind of happening in the vicinity
Yeah.
where I work and then the show we were at it was pretty cool. I also feel like, and I think you'll remember this, I think you were part of the discussion, Hillary, that our little YouTube chat group was
Yeah.
we had a little argument about a word in Bad, whether it was flack or flag.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, please hold, I'm gonna go look at the lyrics. And I
Yeah.
ran out to the exhibit hall and looked at it and came back. And I was like, Bono said, I don't even remember which one he wrote,
I feel
but
like it was flack, but it should be flag,
right,
in my
but
opinion.
I think the argument was that it was flag, and I was like, "I'm gonna go check," and it says flak, burning flak, and for all I know, he was right there then. I think that was all happening at the same time.
Probably.
I don't know.
Wait, there was
Unless
I feel like there were 2 questionable lyrics, but I'm trying to think of what the first one was. "Do the colors fly in blue and black, and burning black." Yeah, I don't know what it
I
was,
just
but
remember that, and my memory is a sieve, and I historically, and all my friends know this, tend to blend memories together. Yeah, yay, ADHD, that's just been really lots of fun. So, if those happened at 2 very different times, I don't want anyone to tell me. I want that to be one cohesive story.
right.
But definitely him at the museum and then us at the show all happened at the same time. But I like to
Yeah.
think that I was looking at the lyrics the same day he was. So, anyway, Tamara, thank you for bringing that up.
This is the
Yeah.
last, um in terms of recording, this is the last recording we're gonna do until July 5th. So we've got fillers, all new eps, but fillers. And, I don't know, I miss when we don't record. And so we do have these shows,
I'm
but I don't know what
I
I'm gonna
know,
do with myself on Sunday nights.
I'm worried that something's gonna happen in the U2 world, and I'm gonna be somewhere with no service, and we can't even do, like, a reaction video or something. Knock on wood. I'm gonna knock on
Yeah.
wood. I
Well,
don't know
I
if you can hear
guess
that.
not. Me too. I guess if there is something, I can do social posts.
I know, but I'd like to do a reaction video with you. But anyway, yeah, say just if they could just wait till after July 4th to do anything big, I would please and thank you, you too. I would appreciate that.
So, we don't hype them as much as we should, but please visit Achtung Baby. There are friends Kelly and PJ, and the writing and the painting, and it's just amazing, and we should, give them a shout out more often.
We should. PJ is known as the poet laureate of the U2 fandom, and Kelly must have a title. I mean, she is the artist.
Yeah.
She's an amazing watercolor artist, and y'all have seen her work. But yeah, Achtoon, Toon, baby.com. So PJ, so like I said, she sent us a voice memo for this, but she's gonna write more, and they'll promote that on social media about the Guggi movie and stuff. So keep an eye out for that for more detail from her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks. And here is PJ and then Kristen, and you'll hear from us again next week.
Bye.
Hey, Garden Tarts, this is PJ from AchtoonBaby.com, reporting from New York about the premiere screening of Guggi. I'll be writing a little more about this for Achtoon Baby, but I'm very honored to start here with you ladies. So the film is gorgeously directed by Ian Thulier, whose name I probably just mangled, another Dublin artist who has also made documentaries about Gavin Friday and Rory Gallagher. I really hope everyone gets to see this film. The city of Dublin is almost a character in it, and it was a rougher place for Guggi and his friends than what we see as tourists nowadays. Guggi doesn't make any real direct connections between his chaotic upbringing and the calmness of his art, but it's implied. And I didn't know this, but he actually left the Virgin Prunes because he got tired of that particular chaos. The film includes some wonderful cameos, including Bono and Gavin, of course. And it's really fun to see the three of them hanging out and giving each other hell. There's another great appearance by an artist named Sean Scully, who looks rough but talks like an angel, and who really seems to understand Guggi's art on a deep level. And of course, it's a joy to see Guggi working in his studio and to actually get a look inside those remarkable sculpted bowls in the galleries where they're shown. There really is a quiet kind of sacredness about them, and they seem kind of alive. But Guggi himself is totally unpretentious. People keep trying to figure out what his art means, and he kind of shrugs it off. He admits to being fascinated with certain shapes, but otherwise he's just very straightforward, and he is just really, really nice. During the Q&A after the screening, he walked out into the audience himself and offered his microphone to a couple of women whose voices didn't carry in the theater. And he hung around afterwards doing selfies and chatting with anyone who wanted to talk to him. He is basically 100% free of bullshit, and I really admire him, and I think we're all lucky to have him. And that is it, pretty much. Thanks!
Hey, Garden Tarts. Awesome to be chatting. Yes, so my name is Kristen. I'm from New York. I had the amazing opportunity to go and watch Bruce Springsteen receive the Harry Belafonte Award for Social Justice this past weekend at the Tribeca Festival. The afternoon started off with an introduction from Robert De Niro and Jane Rosenthal. And they gave us a little bit of the history of the Tribeca Festival. He also mentioned that, Robert De Niro mentioned that, Bono was part of this festival from the beginning as well. The festival started right after September 11th, and the neighborhood of Tribeca was just in need of a revival after that time period. He gave a great introduction for Bono, noting his own social justice efforts over the years. Bono was out and came onto the stage and gave a really great introduction for Bruce Springsteen. Then Bruce Springsteen was able to come out onto the stage, and to see such legends together is incredible, especially the venue is tiny. It was just a great venue, so that was really incredible. I know that they performed together with each other often in the past, and it was just great to see that happening right in front of my eyes, as I've been a fan of both for so many years. The conversation between the two of them felt like you were watching old friends talking. One of the things that Bono mentioned that really stuck with me was he kind of brought us back to 1975 and said, during that point in my life, I was just really up to no good. And then I heard Born to Run on the radio, and it kind of caused me to stop running a bit. So I thought that was great, just to hear that analogy, hear him express that gratitude to Bruce. And Bruce also, in another funny part, mentioned how Bono asked him to use one of Bruce's favorite songs in a Gap commercial, and Bruce said no. And Bruce says, to this day, he regrets that decision. So that was funny. Then we were joined by the amazing Patti Smith, another legend. She was able to come on stage with her longtime guitarist, Tony Shanahan, and they performed People Have the Power. It was incredible. 3 legends, again, in such a small venue. Absolutely amazing experience that I don't think I'll ever get to experience again. It was funny at first because I think there was a miscommunication, and Brian kind of started to lead Bono off the stage. He was actually off the stage for a minute, and Bruce had his guitar in his hand, and he looked up and he goes, "Where's B? Where's B?" So Brian brings Bono back onto the stage before they performed People Have the Power. The audience was on their feet. It was just electric, loving it. I wanted them to keep doing more songs, and I was hoping for anything. Unfortunately, Bono did only perform that one song with Bruce and Patti. Patti and Bruce left the stage, Patti and Bono left the stage, and then Bruce stayed and performed Land of Hopes and Dreams, which was, again, incredible. So it was a really fabulous day. 3 legendary performers right in front of my eyes, talking about something so inspiring and reminding us all to use our voice for social justice, just like they have all used theirs over the years. And it was even more fabulous for me because I brought my 16-year-old daughter. So not only did I get to introduce the next generation to those 3 legendary performers, but a good reminder for her to use her voice in the future.
We'll be back next week with more U2ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your YouTube friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2ish podcast with the Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, the Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.